#1 outlet to the streets. BU DVD magazine. Yo, all you gotta
Big Earl in the building. UMF Entertainment. And CEO Den DBU Enterprise. How y'all doing today though?
Chilling. Blessed.
Okay. I'm glad to have y'all in here, sometimes I had to kidnap a couple people, put them in the back of the car, what I'm saying, trunk and drag them out, get them on the set. They so busy, they be so busy, man. Like y'all. Y'all stay grinding, man. Y'all don't understand what I had to go through to get them in here, man. They be working too hard, man. The grind is definitely real. Man, I was looking at, I've been to y'all shows and I see that y'all do a lot of stuff for the community, you know what I'm saying? Y'all give independent artists a chance and create platforms for them to get more exposure, man. That's something we haven't had in like a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, just want to say as an artist too, I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying?
We appreciate y'all.
Hey, but I mean, y'all creating a platform, so it's not like DC is major like California, New York, Atlanta. We don't have a lot of those resources they have. So it's like, it's good to see people actually creating avenues for us here.
Yeah. Man, we've been doing it for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see.
My man, he a product. He been, you know what I'm saying, we first started, and he came right back and jumped in the game, you know what I'm saying, doing it real big. Radio play, videos dropping, you know what I'm saying, boss too, spending your own money. That's my thing, like, BBU Enterprise is about being a boss. It ain't about me signing nobody or you being up under me. You know, I'm just encouraging everybody to be a boss on whatever level you on. You just gotta learn to be a boss because, from school, preschool on up to college, we are taught to be an employee. You know what I'm saying? So we're taught to work for everybody else. So we just want to implement bosses and let everybody know, how to be a boss and whatever you need from me to, progress of being the boss,
So what services do BBU Enterprise offer?
I just told you.
This everything?
Education is everything. The music is like maybe, it used to be 10%, probably less. So it's all about the business, it's all about the knowledge. Right. So that's what we want to implement. It's bigger than the music, real dudes doing real things and sticking together. They say, especially in DMV, we don't work together. But just our culture, period, we don't work together. That's because everybody's trying to be the man. You know what I'm saying? But when you spread that love and somebody's educating you and helping you run your own thing, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason to hate on that. Right. Because if you the only person in your clique eating, you're not a boss, you're a target.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. Definitely a target. I agree. But it's good to see that, people that they definitely want to build together, you know what I'm saying, and be their own boss, and they have their own lane, but you work together. There's no egos. It's just like, we just want to build together and make money. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of that crab in the pot stuff. It's like, let's do this, you know what I'm saying? And that's good to see, man, because you don't see that too much. You definitely don't see that. And I see y'all doing a lot of, you do a lot of marketing promotions too, right?
Yeah,
artist development.
Yeah. Like I said, it's more about life, you know what I'm saying? Like we all come from nothing, from the streets,
Right.
Getting money on different avenues, but just changing our ways,
Right.
A drug dealer only know how to get money one way, but a hustler know how to get money all ways,
Yeah, for sure.
We all a product of that, been in, been out, been through the gutter, been in the pen, been in jail, made it out, survived. Now we grown men. We just trying to do it a different way, you know what I'm saying?
That's good, because see, the thing is, people don't realize you have to go through things to be able to grow and actually make changes, make good changes, and, go to that next level, because you can't tell somebody, okay, this is the route to go if you've never been there, you know what I'm saying? So people tend to think you have to be this perfect person to lead. No, you don't. It's people that's been through the most. They can lead you the best.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
But also, being a good leader is about being a good listener too.
Exactly.
Because you don't know everything, you don't be in every situation, so sometimes people can teach you stuff that you might miss, or you don't, feel like you're not evolved in no more. Sometimes when you, even in the streets, like, you accumulate different levels, like Meek says, levels to this, so you might don't be the hand-to-hand dude no more. So you might don't know if it's hot out there, or you know who's snitching. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people, you know what I'm saying, when you stay 10 toes down, you keep your ears to the street and you don't act like you bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get that certain information that you might need, that you know what I'm saying, that you, if you're not attached or you're out of touch, that you won't usually get. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree, because I tell people anything, you know, I say this all the time, you can get something from anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can get something from a homeless person on the street. You know what I'm saying? There's always knowledge out there. You know what I'm saying? You take what you can use, throw the rest out. You know what I'm saying? Because people, we get so high mighty and thinking we just know everything, and that's our downfall. You know what I'm saying? Take the knowledge, apply it, and you know, keep it moving. That's what you gotta do. You and Matthew over here, you know, pushing, doing your thing too, man.
Yeah, always, you know. Try to stay busy, man. You know, we ain't never too good for nobody to be heard or none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's important though, because a lot of people think because you in a certain situation that you had you too big for this, I'm too this, I'm to that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to address everything. You know, phone calls, whatever it is, pertaining to something we doing, I'm gonna stand behind it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. You know, I can't talk to this or can't talk to that. You can come to us about anything that's going on. If we got anything going on and you got a question, it ain't no dumb question. But it still need to be known. And if you don't ask it, we can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like people need to understand that, you know, it's bigger than just what's going on, because there's a lot of people involved in the situations outside of us. You know what I'm saying? But we just trying to make sure everybody get a fair shake it when they get it. Because, you know, you have haters everywhere. They gonna talk,
man. There's a lot of envy going on. A lot of youth being killed out here due to that too. A lot of envious people, man.
It's a lack of education, because everybody, they watch the clowns on TV, they watch them on Instagram, and they think that's real. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, they do.
We know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like my man, he was gone and came back and jumped right back in. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it when he left, and he came back. And I'm just talking about from an artist standpoint, because we are not artists, so he's an artist and he's a boss. You know what I'm saying? He understand, like, nobody's going to give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of these young artists or just artists period, they run around thinking like somebody's going to give me something, or I'm going to give to that person.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? If you want somebody to take care of you, you're not no grown man will allow another grown man to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked him to come, because he's the definition of an artist and a boss. You know what I'm saying? He don't care if it's going to benefit what he doing, he's going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta invest yourself. I tell people all the time, like, how can you expect somebody to invest in you if you won't invest in yourself?
Well, you should expect nobody to do nothing for you.
To be honest though, a lot of artists think that things is gonna happen overnight, or rather, things is just gonna be given to you. Nobody's giving you anything. You gotta go out there and grind. You gotta be consistent. You know what I'm saying? It might take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years for you even they ain't hear your name. You might not even hit the platform. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant grind. You gotta stay on if you really about this life, about that musician life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Period.
Yeah, people don't. I think, you know, they see a rapper get on, they'll do something on YouTube and boom, oh, they did something, so they think, oh, I can do the same thing. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's just false. That just don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And people
because you don't see the other part of it. You just see what they post up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing showcases since '95 when people was like what the hell are you doing? Like get that New York, you know what I'm saying, out of here. You feel me? But if I listen to people and say, "Oh, I'm gonna stop," or "I cared," then you know it wouldn't be here today. And a lot of stuff that goes on in the DMV, in the music, on one level to the top level to the low level, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm involved in it some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They might not tell you the biggest person. They might not tell you they called me for advice, but they do. You know what I'm saying? But it like you said, it takes time. It takes a lot of time, and you got to really learn the business and learn what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's the most important part, because if you do the business right and follow the procedures of taking it as a business, you don't have to ask nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's my motto. I use my money when I do everything. So can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me how to do it, why to do it, when to do it, how to do it. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't sponsor me. You can't invest in me. You know, if I don't have the money to do it, then it's not gonna be done.
See, this is a lot of knowledge, man. Y'all getting a lot of knowledge here, man. These are two people that have y'all want to really take y'all careers to the next level.
My man, he was in too. You know what I'm saying? He came. He didn't know nothing about the music business. But he's a hustler, you know what I'm saying? He come from the streets, but he a hustler, so he learned everything. And he don't have no pride when it comes, you know. I'm his man, but, you know, whatever he need to know or he asks, even though I'm his homie and he might be doing it just as well as I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the streets or getting money, but we have that, we don't have that pride. We are able to humble ourselves to say, how you do that? Or was that the right way? Or you know what I'm saying? Or what's going on? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And ain't no animosity. You
gotta be pride is for suckers, man.
Yeah, man.
Because respect, you know, you can't buy respect. You know
definitely can. You definitely can.
When you
it's
got
your character, man. Your
when
character.
you got that respect, you know what I'm saying? People don't have to question you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's a lot of things too. People, they don't have a lot of respect because people don't respect themselves. So I mean, if you carry yourself in a certain way,
sell out. You can buy them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real man can't be bought. I don't care what the price is. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So when that's implemented, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what the industry say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I deal with real, like, you know what I'm saying, like bosses that, like Dame, Chris Gotti, you know what I'm saying? And you know, people like that they don't care what level they on because they gonna use their own money. And it's gonna take time, but it's theirs, you know what I'm saying? They own it right out.
And just some people like that stuff because it sounds good to them. It sounds good to you, but in reality, can you face yourself in the mirror and say, "Yeah, that's me"? You know what I'm saying? So at some point, you gotta start talking what's real. Because if you don't, like he said, you're gonna be exposed, and then you're gonna be looking for an excuse. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So y'all both businessmen and people, man. We gonna definitely. I'm gonna have to have one-on-one with y'all. I like to learn knowledge, man. I'm big on knowledge, man. Especially in this business, you got people who think that you can just jump out here and just be an artist.
Nah.
You're sadly mistaken.
That's the problem.
You're sadly mistaken.
You drop a little track, you share it on Facebook, Instagram, and your family and your cousins, and everybody tell you, "Oh, that's hot," but you know what I'm saying, lying to you. But now you're a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Then you know everybody jumping in the game.
You gotta be able to take criticism.
But you can't.
You gonna get it.
Then you can't weed out who's really doing it and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's oversaturated, so you're basically like blind to all of it.
Exactly.
And it messed up the true artists that's really, you know what I'm saying, doing what they doing and saying what they, you know what I'm saying, was real.
So now artists gotta work extra hard.
Exactly.
Extra hard to get through. Yeah. So let's see how real you is, how long you last.
Yeah, right. How long that little bag gonna sustain. You know
We've been out here long enough, we can just see the paper thing crying. You know what I'm saying? They're transparent to you. When you talk to them, you know, you can talk all the talk you want. But I know I deal with them on a basis, everyday basis. So when you call me, it should be no argument about nothing. If I say this is what this is, if you got it, you gonna throw it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it was. I used to manage artists. So when they say, well, this show is this, we ain't do deposits. They want all money. I'm hitting them. You know what I'm saying? On a regular basis. So it wasn't like, I'm like, nah, let me get you next week, or I'm gonna get you Friday. Ain't no such thing as Friday. It's the day or it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have it or you don't. I'm not even gonna call you if I don't have it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how you do business. You don't call the man with a promise. Kids can't eat those. I can't spend them. You know what I'm saying?
True, I agree.
So, you know, you gotta be ready to do business. And then if somebody call you,
even with the film, like they got Light Show Q. You know what I'm saying? They put up a post like open acts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on there, I'm trying to open up. Like, you really think somebody gonna spend $20,000-$30,000 on a show and just give you an opening slot?
That was insane.
That stuff costs. Like, you think that stuff costs? It's not free.
Like, so you guys won't even call them because I mean, I know artists like, why I try to wait, you know what I'm saying? Because we always do tickets at our show, you know what I'm saying? So we give you opportunity to bring your fans, make your money back. But you got to realize, like, we real live putting up, you know what I'm saying, 3, 4, 5,000 for these, you know what I'm saying? These venues not free. So I tell them all the time, when you talk that, like, look, you can put your bag up and be a sponsor. You can sponsor the whole thing. I ain't got to make nothing. And then we can let everybody perform off your bag. You know what I'm saying? let's see how that goes. Let's see how it goes. You can spend your money and then you can pick and choose who you want. Yeah, I like him, let him perform, I like him. And then when you don't make that bag back at the door, or you know what I'm saying, you lose that tax return money, you know what I'm saying, you're done. Yeah. I seen them come and go. You know what I'm saying, on all type of levels, I see them come.
Hey man, you sitting at the table with the boss.
All right. It's a good day to be sitting at the table with the bosses.
Right, man. Man, you talking about some knowledge, man. This is the place to be. Paul Z on his vertical za, the building.
Right. Hey, Shifty.
Hey, what's going on, man?
It's nice to be here Wednesday night.
Hey, this is, meeting of the minds, man.
Talk about working hard to get you guys on the show. Shifty's been chasing me down for a while. No, not yet. Because I've been working on this project. I was like, I can't come out till the project's just about done.
Yeah, I usually I don't never do interviews.
So it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure to have y'all in.
I don't do them.
No, we be saying the cat.
Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm saying.
You know, just put your music up, man. Just see what it do, you know.
Right.
Instead of just sending to, giving, because Spinrilla, they get money on advertising, they get paid off the traffic, they get paid off everything, you know.
Right.
I mean, I know it's a good platform when you say everybody's gonna see my, you know what I'm saying, but it looks real bad when you don't do good numbers on free music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even give it away.
You can't, so people can't.
Spinrilla's not gonna pay your bills, homie.
Yeah.
That's not gonna make you want to support you.
So you doing
if you're giving it away for
100
free and they
views
still
on,
not taking it.
Yeah, they don't even want it for free, so it's so bad.
It does.
Monetize your music, you know. Get a Vivo channel, monetize your YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, I just say get your own website, man. Send the traffic there, you know. I'm telling. That's what
stop
I preach to
shop.
artists now. I'm about to start doing the free business course. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music, I'm gonna bring all my connections. I'm talking about from publishing to ASCAP to streams to licensing to business, you know, everything. This gonna be all free. You don't have to be rapping to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I'm successful. I'm very humble. You know what I'm saying? But I'm successful in my own way of because I want to stay with, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, 10 toes down. But I'm just gonna show people a different way, like how you get your LLC. A lot of artists, they out here spitting this name and rapping this company and they don't even own it, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I'm just gonna show people how to, build your business credit up, get your LLC, get your bank account, build it up, and then you can get your loan, you know what I'm saying? Get your business loan and, market yourself, and you don't need no label, you know what I'm saying?